During the initial weeks and months of the COVID-19 crisis, G20 countries have moved rapidly to provide unprecedented levels of emergency supports to keep households and companies afloat, protecting jobs and incomes as well as preventing the economy from collapsing. In the coming months, as the peak of the COVID-19 subsides, G20 countries increasingly turn to reopening their economies. Policymakers will need to maintain this agility by modifying and adjusting the composition and characteristic of each support packages. Targeting support where it is needed most, encouraging a return to work where possible. While doing that, it is important to start on the task on building back better to address the deep-rooted market fragilities that the pandemic has exposed. The Honorable Judges and Committee, my name is Aisha, Khaira, Latifa, and it is such an honor for me to talk in front of everyone about the G20 topics, especially when our country that has numerous culture and natural resources became the first developing country to host this international forum. Ladies and gentlemen, the G20 itself is an international forum focusing on policy coordination in economics and development. Established in 1999, the G20 itself was born as a response to the 1997 to 1998 global economic crisis. As its objective was to ensure that the global needs to be recovered by ensuring and making a sustainable global economic growth. Indonesia is marked the fifth quarter of annual expansion and the strongest since Q2 of 2021. So, no wonder they chose us to host this historical meeting looking at our own economic growth. And as a group of the world with major large economies with political power, the G20 countries can drive the world's recovery. As such, the Indonesian presidency chose to carry the spirit of Recover Together with the theme Recover Together, Recover Stronger. Indonesia chose this theme since the world is currently under the pressure of the COVID-19 pandemic, requiring joint efforts in finding way out or solutions for recovery. To achieve this target, Indonesia has already made 3 priority sectors as the key for a strong and sustainable global recovery, which are first, strengthening the global health architecture. It is evident from the global health pandemic that the global health architecture needs to be strengthened. Second, digital transformation. Digital transformation has become one of the key in growing the economy during a pandemic, and has become one of the solution of source for the economic growth. Third, energy transitions. The presidency has already made that energy transitions and making a renewable, sustainable energy resources too, by prioritizing the energy safety, accessibility, and affordability. With various activities throughout the year, there are many strategic benefits that the G20 countries have in the economic, foreign policy, and social development. First, the G20 presidency is expected to have a direct impact on Indonesia's economy by increasing the country's foreign exchange earnings. More than 20,000 international delegates are expected to come and attend the meeting that is held in various regions in Indonesia. Second, if we look in the political field, the G20, as the chair of the G20 itself, Indonesia can encourage cooperation and initiate concrete results in the 3 priority sectors, which are crucial for recovery. This is a momentum for Indonesia to show that Indonesia is worth the global credibility and global trust too, in leading the global recovery efforts. Credibility is invaluable capital in diplomacy and foreign policy. Third, in sustainable economic and social development, the G20 serve as a momentum to show that Indonesia is open for business. There will be various events held showcasing Indonesia's development and investment on Indonesia's potential. It is hoped that these events will help create a multiplier effect in the regional economy by prioritizing its transportation, tourism accommodation, and also creative economy, as well as for the local MSMEs. The vine shows the Indonesian as a backbone and a pillar. In the application itself, the G20 uses a background of silhouettes of 2 mountains called Mount Abang and Mount Agung in Bali. The image uses red and blue color that is inspired by the beauty of sunrise and representing of new days full of hope and positive changes. So, how do young people participate in the Indonesian's G20 presidency? We have to be progressive, creative, and we have to provide input and ideas to support the economic growth. So, ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, the youth needs to have a huge creativity. We have to use our best creativity to create products, platforms that can have a huge impact and beneficial to our own country. Because by this meeting itself, we will have lots of opportunities in a few years later. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Aisha Latifa. Thank you for having me, and goodbye.